Hi everyone, it's Samara, and I just recently remodeled my office and I've had a lot of friends ask when do we get to see it, so here we go. It's not repainted yet, so please forgive me. And it's also not perfect yet in time. So anyway, this is the door to my office. My office is downstairs at the front of the house, and also commonly referred to as the studio. This is a wreath that I purchased at probably, I actually don't remember. Maybe Joann's or Michael's, I'm not sure. Hanging on a cute little, I don't know, hanger. And then I made this little owl out of felt, and I used some fabric, flowers for the wings. So anyway, super cute. So here we go. I'll let that light adjust. So there it is from the door, and you can see I need to repaint. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a tour. We'll start with the south wall, which is over here. This is my studio area. And so just let me back up real quick. And then let me turn around. This is my office area. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a quick walkthrough of what we're looking at here. I'm trying not to make you dizzy. Alright, so I make a lot of things, and so I've displayed them here on these two shelves. This is actually a closet area. I've taken the doors down and painted inside. I used to have a shelf up here that went to right there, so I need to finish painting this whole area. Anyway, I should go slow here. Alright, here we go. So everything you see I've made. I didn't make the little Russian doll though. A Holly Hobby lunchbox that I purchased off of eBay. Spent way too much money, but that's okay. I needed it. I've made everything here. Alright, and then the bottom shelf I have an art light here. Some pictures. This is me when I was 2. In here I keep all of my Cricut cords. And then in these little containers, this one is glitter. These are gel pens, both of these. This is some random stuff, more random stuff, and then rhinestones. Let's see, up here we've got tags. These are actually all labeled. This is some random stuff, some adhesives and things. Chipboard letters and ghost letters. These are those, let's see, oops, sorry, those slide mounts. I've got a ton of them. More chipboard letters, and then some rub-ons and quotes and stuff in here. Then I have my Cricut cartridges. Yeah, that's all I have. I don't have many. Okay, and then down here I've got a tool carousel with my ATG, some long rulers. These are just some flowers and ribbons and stuff I need to put away. My Cricut and my little Cricut guy that I got at CHA. These are duplicate Prismacolor pencils, my sewing machine with my fabric scissors on top. I've got some, excuse me, some Amy Brown pictures. This is a watercolor by Carol Jean Green. My bulletin board. And down here in this area I've got an old purse, some old photos, some batting. I was doing some, I guess, embroidery stuff. Crop and style binders. And then these are my rags that I use for when I'm painting and stuff. And then to finish off this area, let's come around this way. I keep my Cricut what do you call these? Gosh, I can't think of the word. Anyway, I keep those up on the board. And then this is actually kind of funny, but I got a silhouette apron at CHA, and so anyway, that's on a nail and hangs there. So let's come back over here. I've got my Making Memories embellishment center. I've got ribbons up on top, flowers, embellishments, ribbons and buttons, various inks. Get close. So, and I've got some distress spray inkers back there, some glitter, some stickles. My daughter made this. It's supposed to be Gary, the snail. I used to toll paint many years ago, and so these are all my old toll paints, and the paint actually still is pretty good, so I'm using it. This area, I will warn you, does need to be cleaned up. So these are journaling prompts. I've never used them. I made them several years ago. Flowers, jewelry. I often come in here and take off my jewelry, so there it sits. Paints, matte medium, gesso, brush cleaner. Gosh. Pastels, paints, pastels. Oh, I used these containers. I emptied them out of what they had in them. So this used to be a Maya Road chipboard alphabet. I put all my blending stamps and pen and inks and stuff in there. And then in this little tin here that's inside has all of my nibs. Looks like I lost one back there. Oh, those are my watercolor crayons. Sorry, I'm trying to reach in here. And then in my other Maya Road box, I put some other watercolor crayons in there. Oh, an old candy wrapper. Nice. Distress inks. Down here, I've got some more inks. My Crocodile, a stapler. I've started using this to date my journal pages. Down here, paint palettes and stuff. Again, this all needs to be gone through. Just lots of stuff in there. Okay, and then I'm going to move this chair out of the way. In this section, I keep my, what do you call this? Score Pal. And then my paper cutter also sits in that same area. Sorry, I'm bouncing you guys around here. Just like that. Some projects I'm working on. Embellishment stuff. Down here, I still need to go through all this stuff. This actually was over in my office area at one time, so it's like full of office supplies. So same thing here. These drawers contain my most used supplies. I've got my pencils, some adhesives, wire, sponges down in there, cutting things, adhesives, etc. Then the next drawer, similar kind of stuff. And my last drawer. Okay, and then this is my desk by Expedit. Okay, it's pretty big. And then under my desk, sorry, I've got extras of gesso and refills, gesso and matte medium. Behind that are some stamps, and then over here are more stamps and embellishments. And then the bottom shelf has papers that I don't normally use. Okay, going back up to the top of the desk. This is my area where I work. So I've got my Copics here. And then I've got some adhesives, some wet adhesives, my Sharpie paint pens, and then Sharpies, and then Copics brushes, some journals I'm working on, my cutting mat, my heat tool. And then over here, I'm still struggling with what to do with this area. So these are all magazines that my mother-in-law gave me for collage work. So here's just kind of housing some random stuff right now. My Derwent watercolor pencils and scissors and palette knives, I'm sorry, bone folders, etc. Then up here I've got my journals, and then in this area I keep, these are various colored pencils. Some of them are watercolor pencils, some of them are not. These are all my pigment pens, some Copic refills, and then over here my Prismacolor pencils. This is 8.5 by 11 paper. And then down here, sorry, trying to get out of the light there, I've got some magazines, some books, some watercolor pads, sketch pads, and canvas boards back there. So there we go, that's this part. And then, whoops, sorry, didn't mean to juggle you guys. This right here is something I got at CHA. And I took the doors off because it's kind of hard to get into. But I don't know how I'm going to use it in my new setup. But right now it currently holds, I mean, I hate to get rid of it because let me show you what's going on here. I keep all of my scrap paper. So the bottom drawers, they're all sorted by colors. So this is the green and blue drawer. This is the multicolor drawer and neutrals. And then these are collage. And then up here, whoops, sorry. Up here is a variety of ephemera. So I do like it. And then the top had a lid that I took off, and so this right now is just kind of like holding some random stuff and power tools for my remodel. Down here at the corner, or at the side of my desk, I've got my Kettlebug. Nestabilities. The bottom shelf has some of my Sizzix dies and some variety of papers down there. Okay, so going over to the other side of the desk. Oh, this is kind of cool. I didn't show this to you. These are all my Copic markers here on this this ring, all the colors. So I do use this quite a bit. Up here, my poppies from IKEA. And then I kind of tidied this up just a little bit. It was pretty messy. This big box used to hold my Cricut. I just put some paper over the top of it, and it holds some projects. I still need to paint. Okay, and so I got these bins at Target. I want to paint them red. This bottom shelf here, or this next shelf, is fabrics. And the next shelf is bins again, and then the bottom shelf I'm still working on. And then next to the shelf, there's, I don't know, about 6-7 inches on the side. So my ironing board is in there, some extra paper cutters, and then my tripod sits in there. Here's my printer, which is supposed to be here, but as you can see, the cat needed a place to sleep. So there we go. So I'm still sorting out this stuff too. Here's my desk area, the office area. So I use 2 monitors. And then what's cool is I have this little riser here. And my tablet, my Wacom tablet fits right in there when I'm not using it. So it's kind of cool. So I'm still working on this area. I've got educational books and lesson plans down there, that whole row. Office supplies, textbooks, my yearbook. Been reminiscing with a lot of classmates lately. Empty right now. Up here's the movies, my husband and I. clip art and a scale because I send out some packages for Etsy and stuff. So some projects I'm working on, my inbox, which is overflowing. Some random stuff down there. My daughter's boots when she was 2. They're too cute. So some more random stuff, some albums. These shelves are a work in progress. They're very disorganized right now. This is my my Etsy store over here. I sell some handmade cards. Actually, I think all my listings are expired, so I'll need to update those. So some more stuff. Like I said, I'm still working. And then up here I've got these 2 bulletin boards. My router and my modem. So this box needs to be emptied and gone through. And then just a variety of stuff there. So coming down over here, I've got my sewing patterns and then some rubber stamps, some ink pads. The top shelf is all needles and thread. And then up here, I've got this scrapbook tote that right now is just holding a lot of junk. I've got to go through it. And then this is the color I was going to paint my walls, and that color definitely did not work out. So I do need to paint over that. So then we're back at the door. Oh, and then this is kind of cool. Because I had all these cords under the desk, I used, excuse me, I had the hiccups. I used a bulletin board to kind of cover those up temporarily. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that works. Whoops. And then my computer sits right there. It's huge. It's a big old Dell XPS. And then over here, I've got all these cords on the floor, so I need to figure out a way to manage these cords. I've been looking at a variety of options, but this definitely needs to go because my plan is to have a friend sit there across from me like that, and they can't be sitting in the cords. So it is kind of narrow in here, right in this section, but honestly, you know, for temporary use, it's not that big of a deal. So here's the studio area. Oh, I didn't even go over this. Okay, this is a curtain rod or a curtain line from IKEA with some cards strung across. It's kind of cool. So there we go. That's the studio area, and then the office area. And this is where I need to repaint. I know, I'm so bad. Hopefully I'll get it done soon. So thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.